Hello and welcome to another GTV video. This time we are going to be looking at Harry Lewis the, I can't remember his age, I'm going to look it up here. I normally have paper, but I've got my Surface open today. So according to Wikitubia, Harry is 23. We know he's 1/7 of the Sidemen. He's kind of shot to YouTube fame, FIFA videos, done some big videos with Cristiano Ronaldo, and just a very, very, very successful guy, especially for his age. He's bought an Evoque, he's bought a Aventador, a Gallardo, whatever it is, Audis, the lot. So he's a very, very successful guy. According to Google, his net worth is $2.2 million, which is, this is the top thing that comes on Google, complete rubbish based on some of the figures that are coming out. And we're going to be looking at today some of the money that's coming in and the tax that is or isn't paid. Finally, just before we get on to the company accounts, we've got Social Blade up. So for the channel W2S, it isn't taking into account any of the Sidemen income from either the clothing or the channels or the sponsorship, the affiliates. This is just his channel W2S. Road to Shore. It's estimating between £2,500 and £40,000 a month, and between £30,000 and £466,000 a year. Again, he's going to have income from the Sidemen YouTube channels, any other businesses he's got, as well as sponsorships, affiliates, things like that. So what's most interesting is that he runs his money in the UK through two businesses, W2S Media and W2S Side. Now, Harry was born, as far as I believe, in Guernsey. Now, Guernsey is known for being one of the best, or worst, depending how you look at it, tax havens in the world. So companies on Guernsey pretty much pay 0% tax, and even in some cases where money is earned in England or elsewhere, there's a agreement whereby they can either pay a £30,000 levy or something else. But either way, you save a fortune in tax, and we'll get to that. Personal income is only taxed at 20% as well. So in the UK, you've got 20% for the lowest earners, then you've got like 30, 45. You know, your top earners, like Marcus Rashford, like we covered before, he's got 10 million. If he's got a 10 million salary, he basically only takes home 5, or if he's got a 20 million salary, he only takes home 10 or 11. So if you're able to run a company through Guernsey, you get the benefit of not paying that much tax. Spoiler alert. So W2S Media, the way it's been set up, you'd expect this is Harry's channel. This is stuff that he's doing. He's only 23, and yet the companies are actually pretty much controlled by Adrian Robin Lewis. Same last name, Guernsey, it's probably his dad. And that allows him to have it affiliated with another company, resident of Guernsey, and have that kind of all controlled. Now, it's a great relationship he's clearly got with his family and his father, that he's allowing basically them to control that amount of money, that amount of assets to save tax, basically. So we have the company, we have the financial statements up for W2S Media ending December 2019. And just to have a rundown of the figures. So office address is Covent Garden. The address for the company is Guernsey. And that is very important, like I said, because of that tax liability. So W2S Media Limited, tangible assets of £12,000. Year before it was £14,000. He was, at this point, at one point in time, he was owed £402,000. And he has cash in the bank of 11 grand. So again, this doesn't take into account money that he's brought in from either the Sidemen Holdings or the Sidemen YouTube channel, Sidemen Entertainment, whatever it's called. We'll do that separately another time. The year before, £484,000, but that's only a snapshot, one shot, what is owed at one point in time. So it doesn't take account any other income that's come into W2S Media, which is likely to be substantial. Further down the line then, let's just go over this. So, related party disclosures. So, during the year, the company was charged a service fee by its parent company, HLGSY Limited, and we'll get to that in a second. And that was a company of that was a service fee of £40,000. That's only, again, a way of shifting money, a service fee. Interesting. And the company received funds of £97,000 and paid costs of £13,500 on behalf of HLGSY. Limited. Now the key thing then down here, it says here then at the end the company owed HLGSY Limited £176,000. The loan is interest free and repayable on demand. The year before it owed £153,000. At the year end the company owed £100,000, was owed £100,000 by HL Group Limited. This is where it's all starting to get a little bit. You know, this guy's 23 years old. Most of these YouTubers are earning hundreds of thousands of pounds, millions and millions of pounds. You know, it's such a complex web. It's not just like a camera in a shitty conservatory putting videos on YouTube. These are complex businesses with complex company structures behind them. And Harry's clearly got a very savvy father. I mean, you don't live on Guernsey unless you've got a fuck ton of money anyway. Excuse my French. So at the end of the year, company had that. At the end of the year, So it says at the bottom here, W2S Media Limited is a subsidiary of HLGSY Limited, a company registered in Guernsey. Now why would you have a company registered in Guernsey and a subsidiary of W2S Media Limited? The only reason to do that is to avoid tax, earn hundreds of thousands and millions of pounds and pay 20% personal income and 0% corporation tax. That, apart from maybe, like I said, the £30,000 levy, that is the only reason you would do that. The company considers its ultimate parent company to be HL Group Limited, a company registered in Guernsey and whose registered office is Maniara, Pleasance Road, St. Peter's, Guernsey. Okay, so that is one company of two. So then we've got W2 Limited. So again, year ending November 2019. Harry Lewis, Adrian Lewis, with the controlling party with more than 75% control being Adrian Lewis, who's most likely, as we say, Harry's dad. In 2019, it was owed at one point in time £187,000, with amounts falling due within 1 year of £12,000. And it's just much of the same really coming through, and I'm trying to keep an eye on both things, but again, costs, fixed assets. This is where the 10 shares of the Sidemen holdings are also kept. So each of the Sidemen, there are 70 shares for the Sidemen business, and each of the Sidemen have 10 shares each, but they're not held individually. Those 10 shares are held by W2 Limited, not by Harry personally. So again, it's just all complicated as money can be moved from one to another within loans or paying costs for it, and therefore in this case saving a lot of tax. Taxation and social security, £11,923, which is not a lot of money to pay on 100 and something thousand pounds, and more than likely W2 has earned more than £102,000 and should really be paying more than £12,000. Come down to the company's sales income of £63,000 and investment income of £124,000 was paid directly into the parent company, HLGSY Limited's bank account. At the year end, the company was owed £186,000 by HLGSY Limited. The company is controlled by its parent company, HLGSY, registered in Guernsey. The ultimate parent company is HL Group Limited, whose registered is Guernsey. Interesting. The one thing we didn't touch with the £400,000 for the other company of W2S Media is the tax payable on this company. The accounts are showing, or the statements are showing, let's have a look. Taxation and social security. So we know that the amount of money owed at December 2018 was £450,000. Taxation and social security, £145. I can't even work out what percentage that is. Taxation and social security for December 2019, and again, the amount of money owed at that one period of time was £400,000. Taxation and social security, zero, blank, nothing entered whatsoever. So that's just a little rundown on W2S, Road to Shore, Harry Lewis, how he runs his company, how he runs his YouTube company. Now again, this is all legal. There's no foul play here. He was born in Guernsey, he's registered in Guernsey. It just happens that Guernsey is a very, very, very effective tax haven, allowing him to earn hundreds of thousands of pounds and pay very, very, very little tax compared to if you earn that money, I don't know, as a self-employed joiner or builder, or by that point you would get a limited company and you'd be able to filter your money differently yourself. But if you just went out there and declared £100,000 to the government, or if you were a head teacher, £150,000, Boris Johnson £150,000, he have to pay 50% tax. That luxury is something that Harry can take advantage of, being a resident of Guernsey. So we'll do another video like this soon. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments what you like, what you didn't like. If you've got any further questions, watch our other videos and subscribe if you can. And so, see you next time.